dream in my heart be glad without the love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me say the prayer for someone I really care for. Then suddenly appeared before me, the only one my heart could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me, and when I looked, the moon turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without the love of my own. Take it down.
If music be the food of love, play on. In the excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again. Oh, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came on my ears like the sweet sound that breathes upon the bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. It's not so sweet now as it was before.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
Hunt what, friend?
Heart?
So I do, the noblest that I have. Mine eyes did see Olivia first. Methought she purged the air of pestilence. And that instant was I turned into a hart. And my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news of her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself till 7 years' heat shall not behold her face at ample view. But like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round, I offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she will keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay the stead of love but to a brother. Well, how will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? Away before me the sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
Country friend is this?
This is a Leary lady.
What should I do? In Illyria, my brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself with courage and hope, both teaching him the practice to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like erring on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
Oh, for saying so, there's gold. My own escape unfoldeth to my hope, or to thy speech serves for authority. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, I was born and bred not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke in nature, as in name.
What's his name?
Orsino.
Oh, Orsino. I've heard my father name him. Oh, he was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was till very late. For but a month ago I went from hence. And then 'twas fresh and murmur what you know. They say the great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
Virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I'd made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she'll admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him, and it may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many types of music that may allow me very worth his service. What else may hap, to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his servant, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, and let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I'm sure care, it's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier at night. Your niece, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
He.
He's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
And what's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Well, fine, you'll say so. He can play the viol, the gamboys. He speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book. And he hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And if he didn't also have the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By my head, they are subtractors and scoundrels that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
Drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her till there's no more passage in my throat or drink in Illyria. They are cowards and coistrels that will not drink to my niece. Woo! Here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Oh no! Sir Toby Bounce! Sir Toby Bounce!
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mariah, sir.
Good mistress, Mariah, accost.
No, knight, you mistake. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
On my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Sir Andrew, thou might part thus. Thou might never draw a sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I might never draw a sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Oh, no, sir. I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have, and here's my hat.
Now, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Well, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. What's your jest?
It's a dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I have them at my finger's end, and Mary, now I let go your hand, I am barren.
Oh, knight! When did I ever see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. Yeah, but I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Had I bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting, had I but followed the arts.
Oh, then thou wouldst have had an excellent head of hair.
Why, would I have mended my hair?
Oh, past question, it will not curl by nature.
Oh, but it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It falls like flax on a mop. And I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith! I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen. And if she be, it's 4-1 to none of me. The Count himself here, hard by, woos her.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in years, nor estate, nor wit. I've heard her swear to it. Tut! There's life in it, man!
Faith, I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in maps and novels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at kickshaws,
As good as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, yet I would not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in the galliard?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it!
And I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hidden? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Is this a world to hide virtues in? I think, by the constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and doesn't differ well in a dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Will we not board up the Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and heart.
No, it's legs and thighs. Let me see thee caper. Ha ha! Higher! Excellent! Higher! Ah, very good!
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
What ho, Cesario?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow until thou hast out eats.
But Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous. Leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
And surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes. She'll attend it better in thy youth than in a servant of more grave aspect.
Oh, I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. They shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe, it's as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound. All semblance of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Prosper well in it, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world need fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer.
Them that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Good hanging prevented a bad marriage.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. You were best to make your excuse wisely.
Better a witty fool than a foolish wit.
God bless thee, lady!
Take the fool away.
Get up here, Malvolio. Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
Two faults, Madonna, the drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool no longer dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, so. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade him take away you.
Discretion in the highest degree. Lady, I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it. Good, my mouse of virtue. Answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, Malvolio.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do to the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
Oh. Well, God send you a speedy infirmity, the better increasing your folly.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged.
Oh, you are full of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury reward thee, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there's a young gentleman at the gate that much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home, what you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove crammed with brains.
Oh, by mine honor, half drunk. What is he in the gate, cousin?
A gentleman!
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Oh, a plague on these pickled herrings. How now, Socrates and Toby!
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. It's all one. I care not. Oh,
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and madman. The first draft makes a fool of him, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
Well, go thou see the coroner, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Look after him.
He's but mad yet, Madonna. The fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. He's very well favored, and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call him my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Come, give me my veil. Throw it o'er my face. We'll once again hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I am loath to cast away my speech, for, besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance that you be the lady of the house, that I may continue with my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my most profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Oh, most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. However, that is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and show you the heart of my message.
Come to what's important in it, I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it. 'Tis poetical.
'Tis more the like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as of matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am, and what I would, are a secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A most comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. 'Tis not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will hand out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item 2 lips, indifferent red. Item 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed were you crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, though I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh, stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, valiant, and in dimension in the shape of nature a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Here, spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint where you do love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell. Fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, and yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. Well be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit to give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft. Soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho! Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. Well, if that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Well, fate show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Will you not that I go with you?
Have patience. No. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you're bound.
No sooth, sir. My indeterminate voyage is mere vagrancy. But I do perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father is that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased would we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that, for some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas, the dead.
A lady, sir, though said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. And though I cannot with such estimable wonder or far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not call but fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown remembrance again with more.
Let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him who you have recovered, desired not, very well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, but I am so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes shall tell tales. I am down to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
Gentleness of the gods be with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore him so, danger shall seem sport. I will go.
Were not you, even now, with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it, so.
She took no ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it is that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Oh, fortune forbid my outsides hath not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. Oh, she loves me! Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. Oh, she'll none of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady. Well, she would better love a dream. Disguise, I see. Thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy might do much. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set its form. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? Yes, I am man. My state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, oh, alas the day, what thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? Time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up early. Deluculo sungori, thou knowest.
Nay, I know it's not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as much as an empty cup. To be up after midnight and go to bed then is early. So to go to bed after midnight is to be up betimes. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
So they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar! Let us eat and drink!
Here comes the fool of faith.
Hey, how now, my heart? Have you never seen the picture of we three? How about a catch ass? Welcome, welcome!
Oh, by my troth, the fool has an excellent voice. Oh, I'd rather than 40 shillings I had such a voice, and such a legs, and such a voice to sing. Oh, now a song.
Oh, come on, here's sixpence. Give us a song.
He's attached to me too. If one might.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
Oh, a love song, a love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine. G?
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. Let him sing both high and low, both high doth know. La 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 la. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. Still unsure. La 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 la. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come and kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff 'twill not endure, 'twill not endure, 'twill not endure. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mellifluous voice.
A contagious breath!
Very sweet and contagious, Iffy.
Shall we rouse the night owl with a catch that will draw 3 souls together as one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me, let's do it! I am dog at a catch!
I wear lady and some dogs will catch well.
That's certain. And let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Very good.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Thy peace. Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out, never trust me.
My masters, are you mad or what are you? Oh, have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an ale house of my lady's house, and you squeak out your cosiest catches without any intermission or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Now snap up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take your leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Oh, farewell, for I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes to show his days are almost
Is
gone.
even so?
But I shall never die.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go? And if you do, shall I bid him go and spare not? Oh, no, you dare not. Out of tune, sir. You lie. Art more than a steward. Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Aye, Mr. Man, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth, too.
You're in the right. Go, Sir Maria, a stoup of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favour as anything more than contempt, you will not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
Were it as good indeed to challenge him in the field and then break promise and so make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she's much out for quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Oh, possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Puritan? Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason good enough.
The devil, a Puritan he is. An affected ass, the best persuaded of himself. So crammed as he thinks with excellencies that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And it's on that vice in him that my revenge will find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure letter of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, manner of his gait, and the expression of his eye and forehead and complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personate. I can write very much like my lady. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh, excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think, by the letters thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she is in love with him!
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse shall make him an ass.
Ass I doubt not.
Oh, 'tis admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work on him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it.
Oh.
For tonight, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Queen of the Amazons.
Before me, she is a good wench.
Oh, she's a beagle, a true bred, and one that adores me.
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need to send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for the money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it as you will.
Come, it's too late to go to bed. I'll go burn some sack. Come, knight, come, knight.
Good morrow, friends. Now, good Valentine, that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passions much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come but one verse.
He is not here. So please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste, the jester, my lord. A fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in.
Seek him out. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions, else save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How didst thou like that tune?
It gave a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favour that it loves, hath it not, my boy?
Oh, a little, by your favour.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee, then. What years, in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart for boy. However, we do praise ourselves. Our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
Oh, I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come. That song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It's old and plain. The spinners and the knitters and the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It's silly soothe, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you, oh, prepare. My part of death no one so true did share it, did share it. Not a flower, not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strown. Not a friend, not a friend, greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save, lay me, oh lay me, where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there, to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
Oh, no pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Oh, I'll pay thee pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy God protect thee. The tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their affairs everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Once more, Cesario. Get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune. 'Tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature adorns her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she then not be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver but the palate. But mine is all hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What was her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house. All the brothers, too. And yet, I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place. Bide no denay.
Come thy way, Senor Fabian. Nay, now come. If I lose a scruple in this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy. Wouldst thou not be glad to see the rascal come by some notable shame? I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here. To anger him, we'll have the bear again. And we'll fool him black and blue, will we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is the pity of our lives.
Ah, comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you all three hidden. Malvolio's coming. He's been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him, close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me my lady did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think of?
Oh, here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, geez, you keep...
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue! Oh, Slate, I can so beat that rogue! Pistol him! Pistol him!
There is example for it. The lady of the strait, she married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Oh, fire and Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Go for a stone bow to hit him in the eye!
Calling my officers about me in my branch velvet gown. Having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace.
And then to have the humor of state, saying, I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh,
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies to me there.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby give the applause a lift?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, 'twas many to call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now the woodcock's near the chin. Oh, and let the spirit of humors intimate reading aloud to him.
But by my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is, in contempt of question, her hand.
Her C's, her U's, her T's, why not?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. The very phrases, well, by your leave, the wax with which she uses to seal. Let's see, to whom this should be.
Swings him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio, I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucre's knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. I may command where I adore. If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I Malvolio. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say you would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does. M-O-A-I. And yet to crush this a little, it should bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Oh, soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, resolve, in my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. kinsman, surly with servants, she thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, thou art maid, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. The fellow of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I shall be point device the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, with a kind of injunction, drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be thanked. There is the house straight. Thou canst but choose to know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I will not give up my part of this sport for a pension of thousands. I couldn't marry you for this device. So could I too. And ask no other dowry but such another jest.
Nor I either.
Will thou put thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Shall I become thy bond slave?
Nor I either.
For thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image leaves, he will surely run mad.
It does work on him.
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, a color she abhors. And cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will be now so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of hell, most excellent devil of wit!
I want one too!
Save me, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy music?
No, I do live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him, or thy music stands by the church, if the church stands by thy music.
You have said, sir. So quickly that wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that is certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
Ooh. I would therefore my sister had no name.
Why, man?
Why, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
Thy reason, man.
Faith, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false, I'm loath to prove reason by them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Oh, I do care for something, sir, but in my conscience I do not care for you. If that were to be to care for nothing, it would make you invisible.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir, the Lady Olivia hath no folly. She'll keep no fool till she be married. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, doth walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I should be sorry, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more of thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Ooh, now Jove in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I will tell thee, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bred, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to good use. I understand you, sir. 'Tis well bet.
My lady is within.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their moods on those he jests, the quality of persons, and the time. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I am, sir, and yours. Thank you.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter, should your trade be to her.
Oh, I'm bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Well, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you at gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent and accomplished lady, may the heavens rain odors on you.
That you, sir, rare courtier. Rain odors? Well.
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant and vouchsafed. I'll get them all three ready.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
Oh, my servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to Count Orsino, youth.
Oh, he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks, rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak of him again. But, would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
By your leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit. To have forced that on you, in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours, what might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? But to what of your receiving enough is shown, a cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
love?
No, not a grise, for 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Fear not, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth are come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Stay, I prithee, and tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, then I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were what I would have you be!
Would it be better, madam, that I am? I think it might, for now I am your fool.
What a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the curve and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario! By the roses of the spring, by maidhood, truth, honor, everything, I love thee so that mother all my pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reason from this clause, for that I woo thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus, with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By my innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, in one truth, and no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayest move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer. Thy reason, dear venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Marry, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of loving her towards you.
Oh, slight, you make an ass of me.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart, brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with brand new jest fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dominance.
Challenge the Count's youth to a fight with thee. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece will take notice, and assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation to woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you take a warrant from me?
Go. Write it in martial hand. Be cursed and brief, no matter how eloquent, though it be fun and full of invention. Taunt him with license of ink. Go about it. Let thy ink be full of gall, though thou write with a goose pen, no matter. Go about it.
I'll write that challenge.
This is a dear puppet to you, Sir Toby.
Well, he has been dear, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
And we'll have a rare letter from him. But you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me, but do spur on the youth to an answer. For Andrew, if he were opened, and there was as much blood in his liver would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
Well, it is opposite the youth. He bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Ah, the young wren comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Gol Malvolio has turned heathen, a very renegado. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray him. Oh, he does smile his face into more lines than a map. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. Oh, I know my lady will strike him. And if she does, he will smile and take it at a great
Bring us to where he is.
None but my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I couldn't stand behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, being skillless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended, often prove rather rough and unhospitable.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. But were my worth as my conscience firm, you should find better dealings. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
But I'm not weary, and 'tis long too light. Let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
If you pardon me, sir, but it is not without danger that I walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed, that were I be taken here, would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
No, the offense was not of such a bloody nature. It might have been answered by simply repaying what we took from them. But only I stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
Doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here is my purse. In the south suburbs is the Elephant, the best place to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time, feeding your knowledge with viewing of the town.
Why I your purse?
Happily, your eye shall light upon some toy you wish to purchase, and your stores, I think, are not for our market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant?
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow upon him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? For he is sad and civil and suits well a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he were to come. The man is sure tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be.
Sweet lady, ho ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Oh, sad lady, I could be sad. It does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my leg. It did come to his hand, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Ah, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft? How do you, Malvolio?
At your request.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
some have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stocking,
The yellow
and
stockings!
wished to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
I said, go too, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I maid?
Or else let me see thee a servant still.
This is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the youth of the Count's is returned. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. But good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. Yes. Well, this concurs directly with the letter she sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, in the habit of some sort of note, and so forth. Well, I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Not Malvolio, not after my degree, but fellow. Yes, well, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospects of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be brought in yet, I'll speak with you.
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, man? How is it with you, sir?
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him! Did I not tell you? Oh, Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Does she so?
Oh, go to, peace, peace, we must deal gently with him. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man? Defy the devil. Consider he is an enemy to mankind.
You know what you say.
La, and you speak ill of the devil. How he takes it at heart. Oh, pray God he be not be bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Oh, Marian, it shall be done tomorrow if I live. Oh, my lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, hold thy peace. Can't you see we move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How now, my little boar cock? How dost thou chuck? Sir! Hi, Biddy, come with me!
Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, Minx?
Oh, no, I warned you. He will not hear of godliness.
Oh, go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as improbable fiction.
Why, his very genius hath taken the infection of the device man.
Nay, pursue him, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall drive him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come,
we'll keep him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already of the idea that he is mad. We'll carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance until our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him, at which time we'll take the device to the bar and hail thee as a finder of madmen. But see!
Oh, more matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, 'tis it. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note. It keeps you on the windy side of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you stay from the blow of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and may God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but I have the better hope, so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. Well, if this letter doesn't move him, his legs will not. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Sir Andrew, go, scout me for him at the orchard end. As soon as thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing. Slit, slight, splug, cut, swallow.
Now, I will not deliver this letter, for the youth has shown himself to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, which is so excellently ignorant, will bear no terror in the youth. He'll find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver the challenge by word of mouth, and set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and drive the youth into a hideous opinion of his rage, fury, skill, and impetuosity. It will so fright them both, they'll kill one another by the look.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them away till he take leave, and then after.
I'll meditate the while on a horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary on it. There is something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you, and I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What may you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this. Your true love for my master.
How by mine honor can I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow, and fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. The wrong thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, awaits thee at the orchard end. Thy interceptor assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
Oh, you mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You shall find otherwise, sir, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake thee to thy guard, because thy opposite hath what youth, skill, fury, and wrath can furnish a man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a knight, a devil in a private brawl. Souls and bodies he hath divorced 3. At this moment, his incensement is so implacable there can be no satisfaction save the pangs of death. Take it or leave it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. Well, I've heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. And belike this is a man of that court.
Sir, no. His indignation derives from very competent injury. Therefore, get thee to it and give him his desire. Back into the house thou shalt not, unless you undertake with me. With more safety, you might answer him.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, sir, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I shall do so. Fabian, stay you with this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
Well, I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal or regiment, but nothing of the circumstance more.
What manner of man is he?
Well, he is indeed the most fatal, bloody, skillful opposite you could hope to find in any part of Illyria. Will you walk toward him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
Oh, I would be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight, and I care not who knows as much of my mettle.
Why, the man's a very devil! I have never seen such a farrago!
Pox on it! I'll not meddle with him!
Aye, but he will not be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! I thought he had been dying. I had seen him damned, and I challenged him. Oh, let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Great Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Now you stay here and make a good show of it. This shall end without perdition of souls. Marry, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have convinced him the youth's a devil.
He's as incensed of him. He's pale, and he pants as if a bear were at his heels.
There is no avoiding it, sir. He will fight you for his honor's sake. Marry, he has better bethought his quarrel with you, and now finds scarce reason even to mention it. Therefore, draw in supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of man.
Give way if you see him furious.
There is no avoiding it, Sir Andrew. The gentleman will have a bout with you. However, he has promised, as he is a soldier and a gentleman, he will not hurt you. Now go to it!
I do assure you 'tis against my will. Thank you.
Press on, Cesario!
Put up your arms! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you have offended him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love does yet do more than you've heard him brag to you he will.
If you're a fighting man, I'm for you.
Good your toe, you hold! Here comes the officer.
I'll be with you, Anon.
I pray you, sir, hold if you please.
Oh, marry will I. And for what I promised, I'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily and reign as well.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head, I'll take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes from seeking you. But there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now that my necessity makes me ask you for my own purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? Oh, for the fair kindness you have done me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold. There's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you will lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest you make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you for the kindnesses I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature.
Heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that stands before you here, I snatched one half from the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
The time goes by, away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame, and in nature there is no remedy but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, and the beauteous evil are empty trunks flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad, away.
Lead me on.
Come, knight, come, Fabian. We'll whisper o'er a couplet or two of most sage saws.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh. Prove true that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you. He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and he went in this same fashion, color, ornament as him I imitate. If it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A most dishonest and paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in his leaving his friend in necessity and denying him. And as for his cowardice, ask Fabian.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Well, Slid, I'll after him again and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly.
Then you make me believe I'm not sent for you.
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out, your faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. No, your name is not Master Cesario. No, this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else, thou knowest not me.
That's thy folly.
He's heard the word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here is money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give a worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men who give fools money get themselves a good report. After 7 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why? There's for thee! And there! And there! Are all these people mad?
Hold, sir!
Will I tell my lady straight? I would not be a son of your prince for talking.
I said hold, sir! No, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Yet I struck him first. But it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand?
No, I will not let go, my young soldier. Come with me.
I will be free from thee. What wilt thou now? Thou darest tempt me further, lay on.
Oh, what? Then I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold! Toby, on my life I charge thee, hold!
Madam?
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch? Feast for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners never preached, out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Caesarea. Root thing, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom and not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go, do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense in leafy steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
So say so, and so be.
Hey, Robin, Johnny Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, pretty.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
Who calls, huh?
Oh, good fool, fool. If ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to some candles and pen, ink and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be grateful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Oh, tell me, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Oh, fool, there was never a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well. Can you be mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool?
Oh, they have here property, they keep me in darkness, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Oh, how say you, sir?
Oh, good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Oh, the day that you were, sir.
Oh, by this hand I am. Good fool, some paper, ink, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
Oh, well, I will help you to it, but tell me too, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Oh, no, but I am not, I tell thee true.
Now, I never believe a madman till I see his brains.
Oh.
But I will help you to light and candle and paper.
Good fool, I shall requite it in the highest degree, but prithee, be gone.
I'm gone, sir. And anon, sir, I'll be with you again in a trice. like to the old vice you'll need to sustain.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do see it and feel it. And though 'tis wonder that it wraps me thus, 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reason thus that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. But if it were so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, give and take back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth and discreet and stable bearing as I do perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chapel by. There before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live in peace. What he shall conceal it till you are willing it shall come to note. What time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
Madam, I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good Father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
As thou lovest me, let me see Malvolio's letter to Olivia.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Don't desire to see this letter.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Very sure they flatter me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. Therefore, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
No, sir, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
Oh, but it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Will you give me ill counsel?
Put your grace in your pocket for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I should be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Oh, primo, secundio, tertio is a good play. And the old saying is, the third pays for all.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will tell your lady that I am here to speak with her and bring her along with you, you may awaken my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty. I will awake it.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. When I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan, in the smoke of war. A trifling vessel was he captain of, with which such scatheful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy in the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and did the Tiger board when your young cousin Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brawl did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put such strange speech on me, I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hath made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names that you give me. Antonio was neither thief nor pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy, by your side from the rude seas and raged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. For his sake did I expose myself to the dangers of this adverse town, true to defend him when he was beset. For his false cunning taught him to face me out of my acquaintance, denied me my own purse, which had recommended him only a half hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, no vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. For they fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam.
What do you say, Cesario?
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it ought be to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to my ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfulest offerings have breathed out, that ere devotion tendered, what shall I do?
Even what it so please my lord that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, leave you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I will sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most jocund act, and willing to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. Oh, if I do fain you witnesses above punish my life for tainting my love.
And me, detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, Cesario? Husband, stay.
Husband?
I, can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is thy fear that makes thee strangle thy identity. Be not afraid, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou know'st thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe, what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by thy holy close of lips, strengthened by your interchangement of the rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, for I have traveled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell, take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Do not swear, hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a sergeant!
send one presently to Sir Toby.
What is it?
He has broke my head across and given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! And when I had £40, I went home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
That's my face! Here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that's what I did. I was set on to it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You set yourself upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby. Well, then you'll hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
It's all one. Has hurt me, and that's an end to it. Sot, hath seen Dick Surgeon Sot.
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour ago. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Well, then he's a rogue. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who has caused this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby. We'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a go.
Let his hurt be looked to. Get him to bed.
I'm sorry, madam, I've hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, by which I do perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other oh, but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit in two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! Oh, how many hours have wrapped to torture me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two could not be more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister who the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of Charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messaline, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come here to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon my cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
As did mine.
And died he that day when Viola from her birth numbered 13 years.
That record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
I am Viola! I'll take you to a captain in this town where lie my maiden's weeds, and by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook, but nature to her bias drew in that you would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear. And all those swearings keep us true in soul, as doth the orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Then give me thy hand. let me see you in my woman's weeds.
The sailor that did bring me first on shore now hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now in prison at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
Oh, he shall be released. Fetch Malvolio hither. Oh, and yet alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as a man as his case may do. Has here writ you a letter. I should have delivered it today.
Open it and read it. Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
I'm.
This savors not much of distraction.
He shall be delivered. Fabian, fetch him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well as sister, as a wife, one day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Boy, your master quits you. And for your service done him, so... much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you called me master for so long, here's my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister! You are she.
Madam?
Is this the madman?
The same, my lord. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, or say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lesser people, and acting this in an obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms which here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. I prithee be at peace. This practice hath passed most shrewdly upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both judge and plaintiff of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hopes it shall not, most freely I confess, Sir Toby and myself set this device against Malvolio here upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we devised against him, and Mariah writ the letter. Sir Toby's great importance.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. But do you remember? Why laugh you with such a barren rascal, and you smile not he's gagged? Thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He has not told us of the captain yet. But when that is known, and when golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Till then, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, or so you shall be when you are a man. When in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress, and his fancy's queen.
And I was a little tiny boy with the hay-ho, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy, though the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with hay-ho, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, though the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, though the rain it raineth every day. Now a great while ago the world began with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day, every day.
That I was and a little tiny boy, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wive, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain